But first tonight at 6, a state audit finds more questionable charges by foster care agencies and problems with the state policing and spending. One lawmaker says that the Department of Children and Families has some explaining to do. Good evening, everyone. I'm Michelle Lee.
The audit follows accusations and a settlement with a Middleton foster care company. But News 3's Jess Garb tells us today's findings expand the concerns to more companies and just to the state itself.
Well, the audit looked at 5 of the state's 24 child placement agencies around the state and how the Department of Children and Families is monitoring their expenses and business practice. It finds room for improvement all around.
A lot of discomfort.
That's the reaction from Joint Audit Committee Chair Rob Coles after reading the latest Legislative Audit Bureau report on foster care placement agencies. The digging was done after accusations in February that Middleton Agency Community Care Resources was misusing state funds to the tune of $6.1 million. Lawmakers wondered if others were also abusing the system and audited the Department of Children and Families.
This agency needs better management. It looks to me like our state monies are not being properly accounted for.
The audit found the state hasn't been properly overseeing expenses of foster care placement companies and questioned the spending of 5 agencies, including Thrive Treatment Services of Watertown. Auditors said Thrive spent thousands on employee bonuses for company management, more than $5,000 on 4 holiday parties, $14,000 on an Appleton rental property, $11,000 on extra office space auditors say was not needed, and owned 10 vehicles, including 3 luxury brand cars.
We're not accountants, and we're not attorneys, but we were not aware of some of the things that perhaps will not happen again, because now we know that that's not an allowable expense.
Thrive says it will now make clear what money their profits are spent on and what money are ongoing expenses charged to the state. But Thrive's management said the state had been signing off on their expenses all along, approving annual audits.
Our feeling is in the past, 10, 11 years, if we were doing something we were not supposed to be doing, we really wish that it would have been brought to our attention as it occurred so that we could have corrected the problem at the time.
The governor says legislative and policy changes may be needed.
It's certainly one of those where we'll be working with Secretary Anderson and her team to address the findings. We take them very significantly, just as we have with other audits, and we'll continue to be looking at that.
The Department of Children and Families did not respond to our request for comment today, but offered in a rebuttal letter as part of the audit that there have been big changes to the agency since 2009, and they are still putting policies in place. Senator Coles says he will hold a hearing to ask them about these issues.
Community Care Resources also has been in the news of late. Were they included in this audit?
They were not, and that's another point that Coles wants more information on, including why the state settled with CCR last week for only a fraction of what DCF had said they'd overspent and allowed them to retain their license. More answers to come, hopefully, all around here.
Sure. All right, Jessica, thank you.